is Ramon Ray. Thanks for being here on the Rundown with Ramon. We always ask for a bit of your time to give you the top things you need to know to live your best life and start or grow your business. Talking to someone I followed, seen, watched, observed, been around for some years, Eric Groves, who's the founder of Alignable. Alignable is a networking platform for small business owners and more. My words, he'll unpack that in a bit. But Eric, glad you're here today. I hope your family and you are well as we have this conversation in your world. Hey, Eric.
Hey, good morning. It's wonderful to see you again. It's awesome.
Yes.
Always fun to hang out with you.
I appreciate that. And as we're recording this, of course, now it's hot and sticky. But hey, I preferably like the heat than the cold. Are you a hot guy or a cold guy? Like, what kind of weather do you like?
I like it when it's warm out and get out on a bike and go for a ride. So
yeah, I love it. I love it. Well,
that's
thanks
my
for being here
favorite
today,
thing
Eric.
to do to unwind.
Let's jump
My
right
pleasure.
into it. I think you're the co-founder, I believe, or founder of Alignable, I believe.
Co-founder.
Co-founder of Alignable. And give us right at the top, what is Alignable? I've been in it for a while and I know what it is. And it's a mature platform. You didn't just start yesterday, but for those who don't know, Alignable, what is it and why should we care?
Sure. Well, I think let's start with why you should care, right? I think, we built the company based on a belief that success in business is really enabled by having a powerful network. And the activities that you do to build a network around meeting people, building relationships, forming trust, and leveraging the relationships that you have is critical for business success. And there wasn't a platform specifically for small business owners to be able to do that. And that's what we created Alignable to do some 12 years ago when we launched it with a couple hundred businesses around Boston. And now there's over 9 million businesses across the US and Canada that depend on it to do that, to meet people, to build relationships, to reconnect with people that they've got established relationships with, and really learn about each other in ways that open up new opportunities to grow their business one way or another.
I love it. And I'm going to throw 47 questions at you right now. It's
Absolutely.
all centered around one answer. So you can take it where you want.
I'll do my best.
I'm just going to throw it at you. So one half of the question is, why not LinkedIn, BNI, Facebook groups, or local chamber meetings? And I already know the answer. You can use many tools. I already tell people that. I tell people use a lot of tools, but address that and just kind of hone in more of, hey, great. Here's why Alignable. I think that's one. And then I guess the kind of a secondary to that, and I can ask them again, but to me, it's all centered around, is it great for Alignable? I want to sell more red cups. Is that part of that? And I need to make money in business? Or is it kind of more genuinely, I think it's in my local community, even though you do have online components, I want to meet people. I may want to just meet with 10 people in a coffee shop and chill, not directly trying to sell and get business. To me, that's all kind of, can you just break all that stuff down?
Sure, I will give it a try.
Or I'll ask it again. I can ask it the first one again.
Let's start off with our favorite New Yorker, Lin-Manuel.
Okay.
Right? I want to be in the room where it happens.
Perfect.
Right. And so when you're building a network, you literally want to be in the room where it happens.
Okay.
And it is the people that are interesting that you want to meet.
Okay.
And build relationships with. So where are they hanging out? Now, I mean, they can hang out at a local chamber. In fact, we've got 3,000 chambers plus that are on Alignable, leveraging it to help their members network with each other.
Yep.
You can do it at a BNI where it's lead passing. In fact, we have many BNIs that are on Alignable, right? But when it comes to being a business owner, you realize that number one thing is most business owners, if you ask them how they feel, they say, I feel alone or isolated. Right. And so naturally, they want to gravitate to places where they're not alone and they can be with their peers. And so then it becomes a question of where are your peers hanging out? Where can they talk to each other? Where can you open up new opportunities for your business? And it turns out that what Alignable is a platform that is very dynamic. It shifts with your business. And it allows you to kind of meet new people and go down different paths based on what your challenge is today. And we know for many business owners, your challenges themselves are dynamic. Today, I'm trying to figure out how to find customers for my red cup. Tomorrow, I'm trying to figure out something about how to use QuickBooks, or I'm trying to figure out how to do SEO or something like that. And you want to go and hang out with experts in all of those areas and build a network that gives you leverage to support all of those activities. And it turns out that just Alignable is a much better place to do it because it's filled with business owners from across North America with all kinds of talents, with all kinds of expertise. And you can tap into those people however you want. There's literally like thousands of rooms, if you will, where it is happening in different ways that you can jump into. So there's groups for women business owners in Northern California. There are groups for people who are interested in trying to figure out how to get QuickBooks to work for their platform, for their business, or Constant Contact, or Shopify, where there's Shopify experts and there's Shopify users, and they're all talking to each other, and there's thousands of them, right? So if you're trying to solve a problem, you go in there, you ask a question, you get an answer. So it's that ability to be dynamic, the ability to recognize that while a lot of small businesses are local in nature, many of them are regional or national or international, and you need to support that. And that's what our platform enables you to do. And that's why so many of those other organizations are actually establishing themselves on our platform, because it's a better way to meet people. And you can network virtually, all kinds of things. But let's take your example of the red cup, right? So here we are, my red cup. I'm going to go sell this red cup, right? And I'm going to figure out who my ideal customer is for that red cup, right? And let's say that my ideal customer for that red cup are specialty retail businesses, venues, coffee houses,
and custom branding. I'm going to get into corporations and custom branding with their logo.
There you go. So custom branding people, right? And these people are not only potential customers, but great partners for you for reaching new audiences, right? And so what we want to do is we want to get to know a whole bunch of those people. So one of the things you can do in Alignable is you can set up who your ideal partners are, who your ideal customers are, and you can see all of the people that match. You can also look at your network and see the second degree of the people in your network and go, Ramon's looking for, he's got that red cup company and he sees this guy, Eric, over here, who knows 14 different owners of cafes. That's a powerful insight. Mm-hmm. And it's something that can tell you, hey, you should actually go spend some time with Eric to get to know him, understand his business, build a relationship that unlocks access to those potential referrals. And so the platform is designed to have this like second and third degree dimension to it that gives you the ability to unlock and see into the power of the people you know, not just who you know. And that's really what's different about the platform.
Power of the people you know, not just who you know. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, it's very cool. And the people on the platform that take advantage of that, the enormous success, because I can say, well, Ramon, you really should get to know Sue. And I can introduce you to Sue. And when I introduce you, wonderful things happen. First of all, you two feel like you should chat because someone put their reputation on the line a little bit for you. And it also builds trust between me and you and me and Sue, right? And so I start doing things for both of you, and then you start doing things for me, and you see how the game works, right? And it's all by building those relationships that you unlock the access you need to be successful. And it's very simple when you think about it that way, but when you look at a whole bunch of business cards sitting on your desk, you don't realize, you see the name of the person and you see what they do, but you don't realize behind every person is a network.
Yes.
And a powerful network of people that person knows. And, we see this every time we go to a conference together, right? And we're like, hey, I got to introduce you to this guy. Yes. And you're introducing me to people. And I mean, and they listen because it's like,
much more effective.
Just introduce me. Yeah.
Eric saying, hey, my name is Eric. And?
And who do you know, baby?
After a while, they go, oh, that's dope. But, it takes a while. Yeah. But you're right. Third party. And you've done it for me many times saying, hey, Ramon, come over here real quick. Done. Done.
Yeah.
Eric said it, and he already know the trust is transferred. To that point, Eric, let's talk about, well, before we get, I want to talk about some networking tips. Before we get there, Eric, one thing that some people have said about Alignable, there's a lot of emails and things of this nature. They've used other words. Can you talk about that? And I know a lot of platforms have it, but can you just address, I wouldn't say that issue, but that thing that some have said, man, what do you say about that? Is that just part of the platform, or are there things they can do, or is that just part of the evolution?
Well, the first thing to know is it's totally in your control, right? On the top right-hand side, you go to your profile, you go to your email settings, and you can dial it back.
Okay.
The challenge is if you're active and you have a lot of people in your network that are like meeting people and introducing people, it generates a lot of activity.
Okay.
And so every time we like dampen it, they're like, oh, we're sending too many emails. People get mad at us because they're like, wait, I missed that. And you're like, oh. So, the cool thing is you can control it. We're working really hard to kind of figure out, like, for each person, what are the emails they really want to get, and tailor it using AI and all kinds of stuff to try and make it better. But it is funny because, we got a whole bunch of people like, I get too many damn emails. And then the other people are like, hey, why didn't you tell me about this? So yeah, I hear you. It's a constant balance, but the good news is you're in control. If you go to the top right-hand corner, you can dial it back to just the specific emails that you want to get, and it's very granular.
I love it. Again, we're talking to Eric Groves, co-founder of Alignable. Definitely check out Alignable, 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 and check out how it can serve your business. Join it. I think there's a few different levels, or at least there's one level, could be more than one, where you can get some other access to it and things. So definitely check out alignable.com. And again, talking here today to Eric Groves, co-founder of Alignable. Eric, let's end this. And again, feel free. If there's more you want to share, feel free.
Sure.
Talking about networking tips. It's a broad question, but listen, your experience, whether it's Alignable, online, offline, local chamber event, or online, what are some things you're like, Ramon, listen, wherever you're at, here's things don't do. Here's Eric's recommendation. Don't do this. And things you may say, Ramon, listen, here's a few things every business owner may want to consider, however you want to frame that. But talk to us about networking, which is a big thing.
Sure. I think the most important thing to understand about networking is that simple concept of know, like, trust, right? It's about building a relationship over time. And I think a lot of times when people have a really bad experience at a networking event, it's typically because somebody in the room shows up with a stack of business cards and goes around the room basically saying, buy my stuff, right? And people, kind of go back in a corner because it's like, I don't want to, I'm just here to meet some people. And so the most powerful thing that you can realize is those 3 stages: know, like, trust. And when you're at a networking event, or we have these really cool online networking events we call Smart Connects, which are like virtual breakout rooms. And I run one every Thursday for new members, and it's a blast because I'm going to say, here's what we're going to do today. We're just going to meet each other, share a little bit about our business, and our goal at the end of 7 minutes is to figure out whether or not we like each other. Right? Buying stuff comes from the trust bucket.
Yeah.
But in 7 minutes, you can meet somebody and figure out, we can talk about our businesses, kind of like we've just done this morning. And you can say, that Eric, he's somebody I want to spend more time with, or maybe not, right? And once you know that, then you've got the foundation elements of know. And now it's all about like, right? The like stage is, I know you, you know me, and I want to learn more about you and your business. And I want to talk to you about the people you want to partner with, not the people you want as customers, but the people you want to partner with. Because when I talk to you about the people you want to partner with, it's very easy for me to introduce you to somebody there's a potential partnership with. It asks a lot more if you want me to give you a customer referral. So if I can literally say, who do you want to partner with? I know a bunch of people that own promotional businesses. Let me introduce you to a couple, right? And at the like state, it's where we feel comfortable introducing people to other people in our networks. When we do that, we build trust. Once we've built enough trust, then it's time to say, well, hey, I've got a customer here for your cups. Let me introduce you.
And or a new employee, a manufacturer, something else that they may need.
Exactly. And so if you think about networking in the terms of know, like, and trust, and realize that you probably have a network of people sitting in your email account that you already like and trust. So you can jumpstart the process by simply getting those people into your network and activated. But think of it as a continuum. I'm going to try and meet people, get to know them, figure out who I like, and then invest in those relationships to get them to trust. The more relationships you build to that state of trust, the more referrals you'll get, the more opportunities you'll have in terms of resources in your network. Yeah, it's not just about customers, it's like saving time.
Mm,
I've got a lawyer friend that I can call and say, hey, can I trademark this?
that's right.
And he'd be like, no, dude, you can't do that. Well, he just saved me $10,000 and hours of work in just giving me free advice, right? And he does that because we have a relationship. And you think about your accountant, your lawyer, your website developer, your marketing person, all of these people are resources that save you time and money if you have a relationship with them. So that's a really long way of saying how you should network and why you should network and how powerful it can be if you do it well.
No, that is powerful. Eric, anything I didn't ask you, and again, we will have this conversation many more times. You and I will talk. I'll make sure it happens. But anything I didn't ask you that you're like, hey, Ramon, let me just say one more thing, or not?
I think I'm good. I just,
Okay.
encourage people to think about networking that way, to realize if you're struggling with your business and trying to get better at it, there are other business owners who will help you if you put up your hand and say, I just got a question,
Mm,
right? So
yeah.
if that's you or you're starting a new business and you need some mentors, come to Alignable, find them on the platform, build those relationships, and you will find your success.
I love it. And Eric, I do like that aspect, that nugget you pulled on there of asking who can you partner with? It's beyond just, because you're right. I do this in Celebrity CEO. The concept is before you ask for a smile, before you ask for a sale is what I say. Similar thing. Yeah, we know we need the money.
Yeah,
Eric, you need to live. You want to provide for
yeah,
your family. You want to build wealth. I want to do the same thing. But before we get there, I'm just repeating what you said. Know, like, and trust. Let's just kind
yeah.
of give me a sense of
Let's
who you
just,
want to work with. We'll figure it out. But let's,
yeah.
yeah.
And if
Easier.
I like you, pretty good odds I'm going to refer business your
That's
way,
right.
right?
That's right. That's right. Everybody, this is Eric Groves, co-founder of Alignable. Definitely check out Alignable, Alignable, for your business and how you can meet new people to partner with and learn. There's educational series and all kind of things that Alignable has. Eric Groves, thank you so much for being with us today. I appreciate your time, and blessings to you and your family, and enjoying the rest of the day and the rest of the year.